Hey guys, Wombo Factor here. Welcome to my ninth place deck profile about the Remote Duel Extravaganza Invitation qualifiers I had on the weekend. I placed ninth place due to tiebreakers, which was unfortunate. I went 4 and 2, and yeah, let's go with the deck. So like I said, I played my favorite deck currently, Turn Skip Zoo, which is just Zoodiac with 15 hand traps and post tide 21, or depending on the matchup, a bit less. So yeah, let's go with it. For the Zoodiac package, we play 3 Whiptail, 3 Thoroughblade, 2 Ramram, 1 Bunny, and 1 Red. Then 1 Barrage, 3 Tanky, and 1 Monster Reborn. Pretty standard, if you ask me. Why we play each of these? Because Whiptail is so good in banishing. Like, if you banish Lords against trap matchups and stuff, you make so much, you get so much advantage since you banish both Lords, half of the deck is dead. For Thoroughblade, it's just because we play so many Zoodiacs, we don't want to see too many in hand. So when we withdraw them, we can just go normal summon this card and draw a card, which is either another Zoo or a hand trap, or one of the utility cards, which is pretty good. Ram is good going first, because you play around Imperm, which is not currently meta, but at these tournaments, people run around with random decks. I actually got Imperm once, so I was rather surprised by that. So next turn I just made Ram again, and then we're good. Then Zoodiac Bunny Blast for Bunny Blast plays, which is just adding back to hand, so you have another Zoo for the next turn. And Red is just the one-off, which lets you search for any Zoodiac you want into the grave. Which first of all enables Tiger Murder and Choconine, and second of all, if you go first and you play like an Imperm, you can just mill the Ram and equip the Ram with Tiger Murder, so your Trident lives. Then 1 Monster Reborn, since we need extenders, when our normal summon is done, we're done. 1 Barrage for the same thing. Tank is just Rhoda for our deck. Then 3 Desires, because we need to draw cards. We don't care if we banish them, we need to draw. Then 2 Cyclones. Cyclone was really clutch this weekend, because a lot of times you can just pop the Chuche or one of the Witcher World cards trying to activate, or even Eldritch cards like Conquistador and stuff. Ash, because it's currently the best hand trap. Drone Lockbird helps against a lot of decks. Against a lot of decks, this card is okay. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Skullmeister. Skullmeister, I think, is one of the strongest hand traps in here, because this deck is designed to beat Witcher World, and when you go for Qinglong Surge, you just Skullmeister them, and they can't surge and can't most of the time can't finish the combo. Then, since we're trying to go first, we try to go first because we have another interruption for free with Trident. We play 5 traps like 3 Strike, because Strike is unexpected and Strike is super strong currently. Macrocosmos, because we don't care if our stuff gets banished, we just want Floodgates. Witcher World can play, a lot of other meta decks can't play either. And 1 EO, because it shuts down, again, like I said, a lot of the current meta decks, because they need spells to search or make plays. We play 3 D-Shifter. This is the strongest and the worst hand trap in the deck. If you see it, it's like the brother you have you don't really like. It's fine, and you love to see him at Christmas. It's like the same with this card. If you see him in the start hand, you're like, oh yes, nice, thanks. Once a year, Christmas time, I like to see him. But every time, every other time when he shows up, by drawing, you don't want to see him. You just don't want to have nothing to do with him. Best thing is when you look at your desires pile and you see this guy banished. That's the best feeling after turn 1. And then DD Crow, because banishing is pretty good in the current format, like getting resources out of the grave. Side deck we play 3 Lancia, super card against a lot of meta decks currently. Gamma, because we want to bump up our hand trap amount, since we don't need these cards going second. Then 1 Red Reboot, these are just for the trap matchups, because a lot of time, actually in the trap matchups, we go second, because we can just side these in. And if we get this card plus one of these, you won the game, because everything gets banished and all of their back row is gone, so they don't have any chance of recycling anything. Then 2 Nip. Nip was the last minute decision, but I'm super happy that I put him in, because he himself won me 2 games. And 1 Pank, because it's Pank. Then for the extra deck, 2 Borbo, you don't need more. 3 Chakanine, 1 Trident, 2 Hammer Kong, 3 Tiger Mortar, 1 Wispinato, and 3 Zeus. Would I change anything here? Maybe take on 1 Hammer Kong for 1 Mega Clubs, because I'll explain in a short while. So the matchups I had was Skrill Machu, which I was surprised. He let me go first, and then game 2, this card won me the game because he made Draglubion into Nomeron Dragon, and I just gave him Nip there because he gave me a Kaiju, so that was pretty free. And then game 2 was Virtual World, pretty free matchup because these cards are all made to beat Virtual World. Game 3 was Numeron Eldritch. My start, I went first. I didn't know what he was playing, so I had Cyclone, Strike, Tenki, and I think he was Roll. And he just stopped the Desire. I said 3, pause, and he goes Harpy's Feather Duster. Yeah, he didn't have anything good either, but I just lost against 3 turns. Then we got deck checked, and he actually received a lose because he had 16 extra deck cards by accident, 1 more gate than he was supposed to have. He played Eldritch Numeron. And game 3 was so unfortunate because I went second. I had a good hand, and I even had the Lightning Storm and stuff. But I made a misplay and a ruling error, so that's why I lost. Because he activated Numeron Network, made the 3 XYZs, then I gave him Zeus. Then he said 3, pause, and of pain. I gave Zeus again. He gave me Gamma, which is fine. And after that, he went to Omega, which he was not allowed to do since he already used his special summon, which I didn't realize. And then Omega ripped my other Zoodiac out of hand, so I didn't have any recursion because he killed me next turn, and that was pretty bad for me. And then game 4 was Drytron again. This card and this card super clutch. Like, he couldn't play, he didn't have any resources, and this card just stopped him. I had this card also, and stopped a lot of things as well. Game 5 was Virtual World again, pretty easy. This deck has like a 85 to 90% win rate against Virtual World. And then my most hated matchup, Dragon Link. The reason why I hate Dragon Link is because of this card. This card. This card is so generic to make for Dragon Link players, and it just stops me. Like, it fucks me in the ass. Because I can't, like, I normal summon, he just bounces and I pass. And he has an extender. This is like interruption extender, both in one, which is so good. Since the only extender I really have is Barrage, and that's 1 out of 40. Monster Reborn is useless because he just bounces it. Yeah, that's like, oh, unfortunately the other matchup I lost, so I went 4-2 in the end with tiebreaker 9th place, which I'm pretty happy about. It was unfortunate, a little better maybe Dragon Link because he went first, so game 1 was lost, game 2 I won, game 3 he won again. And yeah, would I change anything about the deck? I would actually put Nib in main, take out DD Crow, then I would cut Pank for a third Nib, and Crow, I would actually maybe even change Crow. I'm still thinking about it. And I would cut out 1 Hammer Kong to put in Mega Clubs, because I need something, like if I know it's Dragon Link, I can just go first and build this card. And they can't out it. This card is just insta win versus Dragon Link. That's why I need to put it in, which I didn't have. And think that's the only changes I would actually make. Maybe I'm still thinking about something to improve the deck on to beat Heavenly Spheres. Maybe Imperm, but Imperm right now is so bad. So I'd rather not play it. Because if you go like for Dragon Link, if it just has spheres, you need either this card post side, this card, but most of the time they make spheres in under 4 summons if you stop them, or Yeah, that's the two cards you need, or this card. So that's why I don't like the matchup, because the card is so good. That's one of the only matchups I hard lose, just because of just because of that card. But everything else, I'm super happy with the deck. It performed really well. And if you have any questions about the matchup, siding patterns, or stuff, just let me know. Feel free to subscribe, like, share it with your friends. Have a nice day, and talk to you guys next time. Bye.